Hi teacher and classmates, my name is Andres Madrid Montoya and I captioned this presentation My best vacation ever was a world trip. In this short presentation I'm gonna talk to you about a life experience I had. I'm sorry for the delay and I hope you find it interesting. It's quite difficult to me to talk about a best vacation ever because I have a really simple life. So I'm not too interested in the things people take time planning, like planning a great vacation when they have free time. That's why I have not been abroad yet. I only know a really short part of my country. I have visited some towns in Cundinamarca and Boyacá so far, that is near the place where I live, that is Bogota. And also, I have always been more oriented towards calm activities than extreme sports like bungee jumping, rafting, or rappel. I've always enjoyed spending time with my partner and family while I had free time from work, doing activities like walking in the Bogota downtown with my partner, watching movies with my family, or walking with my dog. But all of these activities maybe are too boring for a presentation. So, what could I tell you about my best vacation ever? Thinking about that, I try to remember an amazing experience in my life. And the best example of that is that thanks to my job, the job I had the year before, I visited some places of the country to collect natural samples like soil, water, and sediment samples. In the left part of the slide, I show you a landscape I visited because of my country. That's a thermal source. Of these holes, gases are expelled. Uh, and there are many anecdotes like that. So I'm going to tell you a short story of one of these trips. Uh, First of all, I'm going to tell you about the context of that trip. I'm a chemist, like the one you see in the left part of the slide. This is symbols. There are symbols of chemical elements like chromium, zinc, and some laboratory materials. Well, my group was researching on the behavior of toxic metals in the environment, so we needed to collect natural samples for laboratory studies. Many types of studies in the laboratory. Those that's the reason we plan a commission trip to a mining zone affected by mercury contamination. Mercury is an element that maybe you know because it was used in thermometers. It's a liquid when it is pure, and it's a very contaminating element used in the mining activities to obtain gold. That's the reason what we plan a commission trip. I show you a process of the planning activity. First, we selected the zone affected by mercury contamination. Then we choose the places where we collected we specifically collected the natural samples. After that, we prepared all the materials we needed for collecting the samples, and once these materials were ready, we sent it by air transportation to Cali headquarters of our company because the commission trip, the commission zone is near Cali, Colombia. And finally, we planned the dates of the trip and we asked for the purchase of the tickets to the administration of the company. Uh, Once all was planned and ready for the commission, we moved to the final destiny. The place we selected for were Suarez Cauca. It's a place full of natural resources that I showed in the left part of the slide. That's the Salvajina's embalsment. In this municipality, Suarez Cauca, there are many water courses, are beautiful views, rainforest vegetation as you see in the image, and a lot of resources. And that's why there is mining activities and contamination with mercury to obtain gold. In the area we did many activities, different activities, but I'm going to talk to you about some of them. We interpreted maps for being able to reach sampling points by walking. At the point, geologists took observations about the environment. In the image, I show you an example of that. Then we collected the samples, being careful depending if it was a soil sample, a water sample, or a sediment. And before the end of the day, the working time, we organized the samples to protect them from external contaminants because it was too important for us to uh, avoid external contamination of the samples and obtain good results about the contamination in the zone. We worked hard and the physical work was exhausting, but we also had free time, and in the free time I used to be silent and appreciate the landscape. There is an image of Salvagina embalsment I found in internet. You can see that is a beautiful place. I showed you also a water course. There are many in Suarez Cauca, and it's a glacier. I think it is a Del Ruiz volcano. It is it is possible to see that volcano in Suarez Cauca. The view was beautiful, and in the night you can hear a lot of animal noises like insects or lizards. It was too relaxing for me. We worked hard told you, as told you before. We worked till a very later time in the night, and at the end of the day we organized all the materials we needed for the next day. But after that, we were free to rest. Despite of that, the internet signal was too bad, so you had to find a different occupation like read a book, to talk with your partners in the place, to stay in the room enjoying the natural noises, or to watch TV if it was possible, or to sleep. I prefer to be in my room relaxing, taking a shower, and listening to natural noises. Suarez Cauca is so beautiful and affected by mining activities. In some cases, are use mercury, and I really enjoy this travel, despite it was part of my work. Well, thank you so much for listening, and have a good night.